What if I told you that one of the most cunning minds in history, Niccolò Machiavelli, the master of human psychology, understood desire better than any modern dating coach alive today? That he knew how passion truly worked, and how the secret to awakening desire wasn't in chasing, flattering or pretending, but in mastering the game of power that exists between two human souls. You see, Machiavelli wasn't just a political genius. He was a student of human nature. He studied kings and queens, lovers and rivals, and he understood something most people still don't. Desire isn't random. It follows laws. It can be created, controlled, and destroyed. And when it comes to a woman's attraction, Machiavelli would say, never appeal to her logic, appeal to her emotions. But before we dive in, let's make one thing clear. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding what truly moves the human heart, and how confidence, mystery, and authenticity can awaken something deeper than mere physical attraction. So let's enter the mind of Machiavelli and uncover what he might have said about awakening desire in a woman, not with tricks, but with presence, purpose, and power. Imagine this. A man walks into a room. He doesn't speak loudly. He doesn't dress extravagantly. But there's something about him, something that makes people turn and look. He carries himself like he knows where he's going. He's calm, unbothered, confident. Machiavelli would say that this man understands power, because attraction begins with perception, and perception, to Machiavelli, was everything. He once wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Now, in relationships, this doesn't mean scaring anyone. It means commanding respect before affection. Desire cannot exist without respect. When a woman respects you, her curiosity grows. When she feels your strength, not in arrogance, but in quiet certainty, she starts to imagine you as something rare, something she doesn't fully understand. That's where desire begins, in mystery. Machiavelli knew that humans are drawn to what they can't fully possess. When something or someone is too available, too eager, it loses value. He'd say, never reveal your hand completely. This doesn't mean playing games. It means keeping your individuality alive. Don't melt into her world. Make her want to enter yours. Think about it. The most attractive people you've ever met weren't desperate for validation. They were doing their own thing, following their purpose. They weren't waiting by the phone. They were busy creating, building, and living. That's what draws people in. In today's world, so many men chase approval. They think attraction comes from doing everything right, sending the perfect text, saying the right words, complimenting endlessly. But Machiavelli would smirk at that. He'd say, "You're giving away your kingdom before the war even begins." Because he knew desire thrives on tension, on uncertainty, on the feeling that something valuable could be lost. He'd probably say, make her wonder if she can have you. Not by pretending to be cold, but by genuinely being someone with boundaries. A man who values himself doesn't chase, he invites. And when he does give attention, it feels meaningful, not routine. That's how you awaken desire. Now, Machiavelli also believed in the power of appearances. Men judge more by the eye than by the hand, he wrote. In simple terms, people believe what they see. If you look strong, composed, disciplined, they will assume you are. If you act needy or uncertain, they will assume the same. So if you want to awaken attraction, it's not about physical perfection. It's about energy, how you carry yourself. A man who takes care of his mind, his body, and his presence becomes magnetic. Because that kind of discipline sends a message. I respect myself. And when a woman sees a man who respects himself, she instinctively feels he can be trusted with power. That's where emotional attraction grows. Another thing Machiavelli understood deeply was control, not over others, but over oneself. He believed emotions, when unmastered, destroy kings and empires. He who conquers himself is the greatest conqueror, a Stoic might say. And Machiavelli would agree. If you lose your temper easily, if you chase validation, if you get jealous, you've already lost the game. Desire fades when emotional chaos enters. Calmness, on the other hand, creates gravity. when you don't react instantly, when you can stay composed in silence, even in tension you project power. That calmness, that unshakable energy is what makes people feel safe and, strangely, excited around you. It's paradoxical. Your control ignites their curiosity. Now let's talk about attention. Machiavelli understood that attention is currency. Whoever controls attention controls emotion. If you give too much of it away, you lose power. If you withhold all of it, you create distance. The art is balanced. Give attention like sunlight, enough to warm, never to burn. When you compliment, mean it. When you listen, truly listen. But then step back. Let silence do its work. Because desire lives in absence, in that small space between connection and longing. Imagine texting someone all day, every day. It's sweet at first, but quickly predictable. Now imagine having a deep, meaningful conversation and then not texting for a day. That space makes the mind wander. What's he doing? What's he thinking? That's where imagination starts working in your favor. Machiavelli knew that imagination is more powerful than reality. Men are driven by two things, he wrote, love and fear. In relationships, that means you awaken desire not by control, but by emotional contrast. Be warm, then distant. Be open, then mysterious. Not because you're playing games, but because human emotion feeds on contrast. Constant comfort kills desire. Another lesson he'd give, never beg for affection, because what's begged for is never respected. He'd say, demand nothing, inspire everything. In other words, don't try to convince someone to desire you. Become someone they can't ignore. Work on your purpose, your craft, your mission. When your life is bigger than your relationships, people feel drawn to your energy. There's something irresistibly attractive about someone who doesn't need love, but chooses it. And that's the final Machiavellian truth about desire. It's about choice, not desperation. He'd remind us that love, like power, must be earned, not granted. You can't force someone to feel for you, but you can become the kind of person who naturally awakens those feelings by the way you live, the way you carry yourself, and the way you make others feel when they're around you. Let's summarize his unspoken philosophy in modern language. First, respect yourself so deeply that others have no choice but to respect you. Second, master your emotions before they master you. Third, never chase, build. Let people come into your orbit by their own will. Fourth, create mystery through silence and strength, not through mind games. Fifth, understand that love grows in tension, not in comfort. When you live this way, desire becomes effortless, because it's no longer about convincing someone to want you, it's about becoming someone worth wanting. Machiavelli would say that desire is a form of power, but only for those who know how to handle it. A weak man uses desire to feel alive. A strong man uses purpose to awaken desire in others. So if you truly want to awaken desire in a woman, don't try to get her attention. Instead, earn her curiosity, build your mind, protect your energy, and live with conviction. Because real attraction starts when you stop trying to impress and start becoming impressive. Machiavelli would have smiled and said, power is never taken, it's attracted. And the same is true of desire. So the next time you think about attraction, remember, it's not about charm or luck. It's about strength, self-respect, and the courage to walk alone if needed. When you live like that, desire will follow you naturally. And maybe that's what Machiavelli knew all along. If this video made you think differently, if it woke something up inside, you share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Do you think Machiavelli was right about desire? Or do you think his ideas were too dark for love? And if you want to keep growing wiser, calmer, and stronger in a noisy world, subscribe to the Untroubled Stone. Every week, we explore the timeless lessons that help you master life, love, and your own mind. Stay strong, stay mysterious, and remember, those who master themselves master desire.